Oh, it's been a minute. Getting back into it.
I know, right?
Yeah. All right. Hey, everybody.
Is it? Oh, sorry, guys. Are we recording? We are, aren't we?
Got it. We're in. We've
Hi.
made it.
Oh, yeah, we are. See, this is the thing. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the JD stream slash podcast slash Unplugged. Hello. How's it going?
Hey,
I'm
yeah.
Darren, your host, alongside.
That's me, Jovan, your host, alongside
Me.
Who we got today?
Got him.
I wasn't ready.
I know. Hey, that's just how it
It's all
happens.
good.
So
I was in
everybody,
awe
so-
of your intro.
Yeah, listen, Friday came and went, and then the weekend came and went. People might be wondering, where are the people? Well, guess what? We're so on top and trendy and like coming right at you that we're in the future. So
Coming at you.
you guys are late.
Coming
Yeah,
at
you
you.
gotta come to the future in order to get the latest pod. Yeah.
Why?
But we're back. That's right.
We're back, guys. We're
Minute.
back.
Feels good. The sun's out, the sun's shining, you know. We're getting a little rain,
The weather's
but
been really
it's
nice.
helping
Yeah.
all the trees.
Yeah. Little tiny
The
bit
weather's been incredible.
Yeah. I've
Okay,
enjoyed
Here we go.
it. I've been out in it. I've been feeling it, but yeah. So I got a little update announcement to tell you guys about. I've changed my occupation. That was
Yeah,
talked about on the pod, and then it kind of just happened. So for a little refresher, I was working on a kid show, that which I will not say any more of for fun reasons. I don't know if I got a DS, you know
What's
how
the thing that
what's it
they
called?
always say?
Disclaimer? Yeah. What's
There's a
it?
thing. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah,
Let's just say he
just a
signed an NDA.
A non-disclosure. A
DA,
non-disclosure.
DNA, yeah,
Let's just say he
RNA
signed an
scan.
NDA.
Yeah.
Yeah, an
An
NDA,
NDA.
there we go. Non-disclosure
NDA.
agreement. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, the contract was ending, and I was like, time to hit the money banks. Now that I'm in Toronto, see if I can get a full-time job, something that's kind of outdoorsy because I enjoy the outdoors. And so now I've been doing it. I've been living it. I just last week was working as a landscaper, so that's my
Nice.
life now. Yeah, and it's been
How was
nice.
that?
I learned very quickly something that I could have known my whole life, but for whatever reason I didn't. I had always worked for my uncle in landscaping and didn't realize that there's actually two types of landscaping, and the entire time I was working hard landscaping. But actually, there's another type called soft landscaping, and that
Oh.
is planting and pruning and doing,
That's
salt to the
nice.
earth stuff, right? And the hard landscaping I was doing was like stonework and patios and things like that. So I just assumed that's all there was to it, but no, there's this alternative, which is like raking the leaves and planting all the flowers and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been nice,
That's
and
not
that's just
bad. That's pretty chill.
yeah.
And the
Uh,
weather's nice.
I was the only guy in that department, and now there's another guy that just joined this week. But all the other guys are in hard landscaping, and then I come in the morning at the shop, and they're just like, "Oh, like how's it feel doing like a woman's job?" And I'm just like, "Great, I love it." Like
Yeah,
like
like why you guys
seriously,
why you guys
Wow.
tripping?
like yeah.
Why they
Okay,
tripping?
Why they
2021.
tripping? I know. They're living, yeah.
Jeez. Call
I don't know
HR
if Darren, for so long, so many podcasts, I've been jumping through realities and dimensions. I don't know if I'm like still in the past,
Yeah. Like
These
you
guys
must
are-
be in
Yeah.
the 90s or
That
something.
sounds like
Yeah.
1990s talk.
Yeah, or even 1890s.
Yeah.
Planting flowers, that's a woman's job.
It's definitely just in the past, for
Yeah, it's
sure.
like, wow, I'm
Yeah.
proud of what I
But
do.
they're
I
just
love it.
mad.
Yeah,
A
that
lot
makes
of
me
people are
mad
mad.
that people talk like that.
Yeah, it's insecurity. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's plus sexism. They sprinkle in the sexism on
Yeah,
there
it's like I'm so masculine because I move stones around.
rather than plants.
You
Yeah,
cannot be like me.
yeah. But
I'm
then
more masculine than you.
I
I'm alpha.
That's right. Yeah, I'm on that alpha brain shit. I'm with Joe. I'm with Alex Jones. We hitting that hard shit, taking all the pills. But yeah, on last Wednesday, my foreman was out, so I actually had to work with some of the boys, and they just used me as a mule, which is kind of funny because they were sitting there like measuring the stuff and like sand grading it and doing all these things, all these intricate, delicate things, and meanwhile they had me moving like 100,000 bricks from the front driveway to the backyard that had like steps and
Oh wow.
a slope to it and stuff. So it's funny how it's like they talked all that game, but then I ended up doing all the heavy lifting. So
Yep.
Did all the manual
Yep.
labor, yeah.
yeah, exactly. And it's like it's strategically understandable, right? I was just there for one day. They knew I was only there for one day, so they used and abused the shit out of me, right? They're like, yo, let's take advantage. It's like when you're a kid and you get that substitute teacher. It's like, yo, we're gonna troll the substitute teacher. And you go, is Jeff here? And then I go, yeah, I'm Jeff. And then when, she says, is Joe here? And Jeff goes, yeah, I'm Joe. You just fuck with them,
Oh my god.
But it's temporary, It's like when you go to a house party, it's not your
Good
house.
example.
You don't give a shit, You turn into a rude boy.
Oh my god.
So that's what they did to me. But
They did that to
The
you,
substitutes
sure.
they'd come in and be like, okay, I'm the substitute. Did you guys have homework you were meant to hand in today, or was there meant to be a test today?
Yeah.
And it was like, no. Actually, we're watching Mice and Men again. That was what the lesson is. we're watching Romeo and Juliet again, but the DiCaprio version. Are you sure it's that version? You sure it's that version you want? Yeah, it's the DiCaprio version.
It's the tight one. Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, the teacher said we're watching The Departed. It's like, really? Yeah. What's to teach us about the cruel world we live in?
Yeah.
Departed.
But anyway, so that's what I've been up to. What about you guys? What have you been up to? How have your weeks been?
We've been laying down some stones too.
Yeah, we've been landscaping too. We've been hard landscaping.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh shit! Okay, so you guys are the real men. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, we've been hard landscaping for real.
We've been going early morning, coming back late night, dead.
Yeah.
Sleeping done.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard work getting all the daily guys doing your mule. A lot of hard work.
Yeah, it's like scorching hot sun, and it's like
so
Dan's
hot.
like, let's build a patio. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you guys too. I feel like in Toronto, there's like no ozone layer because of the pollution. Like when you're out in the sun, it feels like you're just radiation's like hitting your arm. Like when you have it out in the sun, it's like holy shit.
Yeah.
I feel like you open an oven door. It's like I don't remember the sun.
And the sun reflects off every single glass building that Toronto's made of,
dude.
so it like magnifies everything.
Yeah. If you want a tan and then also instantly die, that's the way to do it. Just
there's the heat coming from the subway as well, out of the vents. It's
so there's
and the cars.
Yeah. And the cars, the traffic, and you're right next to the lake.
People, it's just too much. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like a lot.
A hot place.
Yeah.
But it was good though. Yeah. Just
other than the hard landscaping.
Super busy. Been getting a lot more things done because now a lot more things are open now. So we're just slowly getting back into kind of I guess you can say normal lifestyle a little bit.
Right.
Normal. That's kind of nice and refreshing a little bit. So that's honestly, it's just been more of a not staying at home consistently kind of thing. Yeah. Absolutely. You know how that's been going on for so long. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This really gets
Yesterday was a weird experience because we went to the beach and it was busy because it was Father's Day and a sunny day. Yeah. So there's lots of people there. And if you'd have asked me probably 6 months ago, hey, do you want to go somewhere where there's 200 people?
Right, yeah.
I would have said, no, absolutely not. But going there and seeing so many people and kids having fun and people not wearing masks because we're outside and everyone had their own little areas, it's like, oh, this is normal again. The world's healing.
The world, the world as it was.
We're slowly getting back to how it should be. People are out and socializing and breathing.
Yeah, it's just strange.
It's nice to, It was
especially when for instance, you're mentioning Aidan how with crowds and things like that, it's on a normal basis, it's not really my gig. You know, carnivals, those little type of things where it's just there's tons of people. It's only it's hard to deal with when you're constantly going to these things. So when there wasn't COVID, there's fireworks, there's carnivals, there's festivals, there's this person's birthday, there's barbecues, there's so many things where you're gathering with so many people that now that we had COVID, we literally haven't seen people in 2 years basically. It's it's almost the opposite now where it's oh my god, finally we can actually see people.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy how with my friends. I haven't seen any of them this entire time.
Right? It's crazy how but soon we'll be
Yeah.
able to again. Like that's
Yeah,
like really within a
If you
couple
can find like a park where you can at least have your group and be separate from other groups,
Yeah,
it's like nice, so you can stay in your own little group but still observe people and be like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, look, a population society.
Because we were on the beach and we had our own spot, and we were there for a few hours before. Every now and again, people would walk past and find their own spot further down the beach. Or they'd look and go, oh, no, there's no room. We don't want to be too close. We'll move on. But then towards the end of the day, there was this one family, and it's quite a big family. Yeah. And they had to come. There was a path they could have taken down to the beach, but instead they decided to climb over all the rocks to get to the beach.
Where we were.
Yeah.
Which brought them right up to us. Yeah, and it was like, and then they were back within that like 6 feet kind of area. I'm like, oh, this is
too close.
Take me back again. Take me back. Lock it down.
Lock the society down. Yeah,
it's
too
much. You're too
take
close.
A little bit, and then they go this far. It's like,
yeah.
And that's why you gotta and like really, all I got to see is my family. Like I really haven't seen my family at all. I really was like pretty strict about that. Like I went there and I didn't even I went to get mail and I was hi, hello, bye for like 2 years.
Yeah. Seriously.
Just because like I really respect that and like I respect the rules and all those things. So now that we're able to see more family and things like that, we're allowed to gather and things a little bit more than before. I think we're allowed to have weddings again. We're allowed to certain like things like that where those things are allowed back.
And also, I'm thinking by July 6th or something, so long as there aren't insane spikes, Phase 2 hits. And I don't know if Phase 2 includes movies, but god damn it, like that's cool. Still the one thing I'm missing. I want
we have to go double. We'll come, Aidan and I will come down there, and you and Sam we can like meet somewhere like at a good theater or something.
Yeah, seriously. Well, we gotta do more than that. We gotta hang out, or we gotta have sleepovers and stuff. Like we started hanging. Well, it's like now I got this place. I don't know why. I feel like we gotta do that.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. It'll be fun. We love to get out.
2021. That's like, no matter what. If we go back into lockdown because of the Delta variant, whatever, bro. Like I'm still, gotta lock myself in with you guys.
Prepared for it.
Yeah.
But if it happens, oh well. Like you just gotta go with the flow. Make sure you.
At least we're used to it.
Yeah, basically we're used to it. But I just think it's like, make sure you just have your stuff settled and prepare for. Like Aidan and I started planting and stuff this year, which is really great.
Yeah. We were talking about that on the last one, or the second last one. Yeah.
Like, hopefully within a year, be moved out into a house. So getting used to
what area are you looking at?
In Stony Creek. We'll be in Stony Creek.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
It's just what I was mentioning is like it's just nice to get used to doing certain things so that when we're there, we can have some plants that we can plant and things like this. And I'm kind of seeing it as like this is a trial run. So we're planting a lot of things this summer. So hopefully next summer we can have a full garden and plant things because you really have to be sustainable. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you got to be ready and prepared.
That's right. Which is what we're talking about. Yeah. Get ready for the goddamn apocalypse.
If it happens again, then at least,
If it happens again, we'll have a small amount of salad.
Nice. Hey, there we go. Good. That's it. That's all you need, man. Yeah.
Wait till next summer. We're gonna be. It's
small amount of salad to fight people off. or to barter with. To trade. It's just nice to
practice. I don't know. It's nice to practice these things.
Yeah. Absolutely. Cultivation. That was the true start of civilization, right? As soon as farming began, then it was like, hey, you can run a city. Before then, it was just like, we're in scrambles. We were nomads. But nice.
It's a lot.
That's dope. Yeah. I had like a mini parallel. It wasn't the same as like a house, but the whole idea of like living with the other person, because obviously you guys are still there, but with my girlfriend and I before November when we did move in, the lockdown was our trial of being like, oh, like let's do this and then see what happens, kind of a thing, right? And it was just great, right? We lived together for basically a year, and we're like, all right, we're good. Like we can definitely live together. Yeah, it's like there's no risk of us like hating each other, getting roommate syndrome. So, yeah.
Roommate syndrome. So, what is roommate syndrome, Joe? If you don't mind.
Roommate syndrome. I think I only got it once. It was extremely temporary, and I don't even know if you'd really call it roommate syndrome. But when you're like really good friends with someone, or you're in a relationship with someone, just someone who's really close to you that you don't live with, and you love that person and you spend time with them and you guys joke and have a good time, whatever. And then you say, hey, why don't we live together? Why don't we make it Facebook official, right? And then you get a place, but then once you live together, certain habits come to light that were always there, but maybe you didn't see before because they always did it when they went away and you didn't see them. So now all of a sudden you're super annoyed because they spit in the sink and then don't wash it out with water or something, right? Like little things, little ticks that start to annoy you with the person. You go, why the fuck don't you soak your plate when you put it in the sink? You just leave it there. And then it just, those examples don't exist for me, but these are just things that would cause that, right? Like for me, I swear they don't exist for me. Yeah, or it's like you shit and you just left it unflushed. Like what the fuck, bro? It's
Joe
like little insane
open.
things like that you think wouldn't exist in the world. They definitely exist. People do that. Yeah. So
Joe,
the roommate syndrome.
Not the turd in the toilet.
Turd in the toilet, bro. I've experienced that tons of times from my brother.
You'll be seeing my it's not eviction notice. You'll be seeing my notice of I'll be out the next month if I see a turd.
Oh yeah, exactly. There you go. You see the turd? That's the turd is them saying, yeah, please leave. Yeah.
It's a warning.
Bye. Yeah,
it's the horse's head under the bed. Yeah, that's what that is. It's like
some crazy stuff like turds in the dishwasher.
Turd in the dishwasher.
Like, why is there turd in the dishwasher? Like,
bro, you don't take shits in the dishwasher and then clean it? Like, no, I don't.
It's clean. It's clean, bro.
It's totally normal. Me and my dad growing up, we always used to take a shit in our hand and just squish it in the dishwasher. You don't do that? Come on, bro. You're acting like a
Joe, have you ever seen there was a podcast once and D showed me it. I can't remember whose podcast it was.
I'm so done right now.
But there's a guy on this podcast.
Yeah.
And the host's a female woman, and then he's a guy, and he's talking about, I don't know how they get onto it. It's talking about taking a shit, and it turns out for this guy's probably mid-30s, maybe even 40.
Oh yeah, I did see.
He thought his entire life that you pooped into your hand and then put it in the toilet.
Yeah.
He didn't realize that you just let it free fall into the toilet. His whole
airdrop
35 years of being alive.
Like, airdrop that, bro, or like parachute it. Like, make sure there's a nest. There has to
be.
Some people nest. I don't do that. Yeah, but I understand the concept. Yeah.
Nest.
Wow.
Yeah,
well, it's funny because it's like most people get it, but there is no field guide, right? Like I'm pretty sure I wasn't taught how to do it. You just do it. But
yeah, it just seems
common
like
sense.
You just figure
it's
it
like
out.
You don't want to touch it. That seems like a common sense thing. You just don't want to touch it.
Well, I think his argument was that he put toilet paper on his hand.
Oh, and then
that's what he thought the toilet paper was for. He thought that you covered your hand with the toilet paper.
Oh, he was walking around with a shitty butthole.
And caught the poop as it anyway.
Yeah.
Wild.
Bathroom troubles, man. They're real. Like bidets are like the same thing as wearing a mask when it's flu season. There's so much of the world just didn't know about it or doesn't understand it, but it's like this is clearly the natural evolution of humanity. Are bidets. And wearing masks when it's sick season. Like, come on. Yeah, but it took a while. It took a little pandemic.
I'm so done with
Which makes you wonder,
bidet's a lifesaver.
If it took a literal pandemic to teach the Western world about masks, what kind of insane world-breaking phenomenon will have to occur for the whole world to understand bidets? Will there have to be some kind of sewage shit pandemic where it's like, we can't use all of this toilet paper? Like something will happen in LA where there's going to be an earthquake because of the amount of toilet paper waste. And it's like, we need a different way. We need a new method. And then, like,
the Japanese love them, right? Because they've got all the high-tech bidets that play music and give you massages and things. So they're living in
a prostate massage?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Woo!
Does it actually?
I don't think so.
My bidet
but
no. Say, whoa.
I think they have heated seats and things like that.
Right.
But
okay.
But to me, growing up, bidets was always something that if I saw one in someone's house, and it would be one of those separate bidets, it wouldn't be built in. You ever see those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that to me was always like, oh, this is so like 1970s. Why have you got a bidet? That's so outdated.
Right.
Jump to 2021. It's like, you've not got a bidet? What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
Yo, that's kind of like Bitcoin. Bitcoin came around in the 2000s, right? By 2006 and 7, people were talking about Bitcoin. But then it didn't hit off until now, 2020, right? When the stocks skyrocketed, and then they dropped again, but they'll probably go back up. It's like, it seemed like a fad 10 years ago, or however long ago it was, and then all of a sudden it got a resurgence. It's like this thing had
Yeah.
been around this entire time.
Yeah, I
So
have Bitcoin now. I don't think, no, I don't own one Bitcoin. I have some shares of Bitcoin because one Bitcoin's worth like 43,000, I think, right
Right.
now. Actually,
Yeah.
it's down right now. It's like 38,000, which is why I should buy some more because it'll go
Right.
back up again and then I'll make money. But I'm waiting for
Oh,
some other
more
stuff
of
to
it.
come through.
Yeah, exactly. You have to bribe Elon Musk. You have to like entice him to say some dicey shit to make the stock lower. Like
Yeah.
anytime he tweets lower, so it's like get him to just say something that's like super
Yeah.
racy, and then the
Yeah,
stock would just
Or
go
get
up
him
again.
to just like trash his own cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
Because that's
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
what he did, right?
Get him to
Is
say some
Dogecoin
stuff.
his?
No, I think he just
I don't
popularized
know. I
it.
think
Okay.
he
Because he jumped on the
has.
Reddit train. He's like a little 14-year-old boy. He's like got all excited about
Yeah.
Reddit, started shit posting and
He's
stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
he's like new to
I'm
the
not an
internet.
Elon fan. I think
Yeah,
he's a bit weird,
yeah,
and people are a little bit culty about him, and I don't
yes,
like that.
100%. They're Trumpian about him. Yeah, where it's like they will
Yeah.
die
Yeah.
and boot Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He can do no wrong to some people. I'm like, well,
yeah.
he's basically just Hank Scorpio from The Simpsons. Do you
Oh
remember
my
I don't
Hank
god.
know who the
Scorpio?
Simpson. I don't know that person.
I don't
He's
know.
just
He
That's
this
was
not.
he on our
crazy
tier
real
list?
life
No, he
Bond
wasn't.
villain.
Okay, true. Yeah, yeah.
He wasn't on our tier list that we did that, was he, Joe?
Um, no, I guess he wasn't. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, well, well. Oh
maybe
my
next
gosh,
year.
I just thought of a tier list. I don't know if you guys are down, or maybe we'll talk for a little bit more, but we got to do a tier list on billionaires. There's not too many of them, right?
I can only name like 4 billionaires, but okay.
That's all it
Yeah.
takes. Hey, top five, whatever,
Maybe
right? You'll look
celebrity
at names and
billionaires.
some will come to you. Yeah.
Can we
Celebrity
include
billionaires.
millionaires?
Because
Yeah, yeah.
millionaires,
We're just
everybody's a
famous
millionaire
rich
these
people.
days.
Yeah.
Everybody's a millionaires these days.
You
It's
got the Queen. You
billionaires.
got J.K. Rowling. You
Yeah,
got.
you
I
need
think billionaire is
billionaires.
the new millionaire
Yeah,
because there's so
you
many
need
billionaires.
billionaires.
Yeah.
Everyone's a
Yeah.
millionaire now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta look into
Like, I
this.
feel like I'm a millionaire. Like, geez, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you getting there? Yeah. The new middle class, the new average person. Instead of it being like 40,000 a year, it's 1 million.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
Well,
that's
I
what
middle.
mean,
it just feels like
to
now.
live in this country, it might as well be.
Yeah, yeah. The way that the world just keeps changing.
Yeah.
Yo.
Price of houses.
It's weird I'm drinking
We
my blood
sound like
without a
such old
straw.
men. The price of
Yeah,
housing.
yeah. 1,000% we're old people. I mean, I'm cool with being an old person. Yeah, why
We
not?
need mini straws. We need mini straws
Okay.
in
So
these
the
cups.
ultimate unfortunate scenario with tier list is that it's just pictures, right? So
Oh,
we're
so
just gonna have to
yeah,
guess what some of them
yeah,
are. Yeah. But are you guys down? I got one ready.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think the thing is
Yeah.
though, a lot of
Yeah.
billionaires are nobody knows who they are. So are we doing celebrity billionaires?
I just typed in billionaires and I got one that has a pretty small list.
Okay.
So I say
I'm
we'll
we give it a
try
shot.
it, and then
We
I
try
guess
it.
if
Yeah.
we don't know them, we can move on to like celebrity millionaires instead.
telling
Yes.
you,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
nobody knows half the billionaires in the world. More than half.
Yeah. I'd say
Oh,
the
I see.
majority.
I see someone I know. 2, 3.
Yeah. See, they start popping up. You're like,
Two,
okay, I know
three,
those
but like,
guys.
look, two,
Yeah.
three. But like, is that more? That's probably less than half. Wait, let me
Yeah,
see.
I know less than half
Do you
for
know what I
sure.
mean? Like, it's less
Yeah.
than half. So it's like,
Well,
It's way
hey,
less
wait,
than
wait.
half.
If you think about it, the ones you don't know, those ones are the most successful because they get to be evil and get away with it. The ones that are celebrities,
Yeah,
everybody knows and they get scrutinized constantly and they're all over social
yeah.
media, right?
that's
True,
the
true.
thing.
So, starting off with the dude wearing just a graphic tee, not looking like a billionaire, who the hell is that guy? Do you guys have
Is
any?
he a
I don't
dragon's?
even
Is he a
know.
Dragon's Den guy? What do you call it over here? Not Dragon's
I
Den.
don't
What do you
know. I
call the
mean,
show?
It's
a
on him.
dragoner, dinner, a dragon, a
It's
dragon.
not. It's on him.
Shark Tank. Sorry, Shark
A
Tank. We call it
sharker,
Dragon's Den. Shark. Is it
right?
Shark Tank guy? Is it
No.
the guy who killed someone with a boat?
No.
Is it him?
What? I mean, if he
Allegedly,
did,
sorry, allegedly killed someone with a boat.
allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly.
In Minecraft, yeah.
D, what's it called?
I don't know, but I'm scared of
You
him.
told me this story. You told me there was a Shark Tank
I forget his
host,
name.
and he
Yeah,
killed
that's
someone
him.
with
He's
a boat.
Canadian. He's Canadian.
Allegedly.
He's like from like where?
Yeah.
He's like
Canadians
from
don't
around
kill. We just say sorry.
Allegedly killed someone.
Allegedly, yeah. So where do we want to put? If he's a murderer, we should probably put him in D, eh? You know,
It's not him
like,
though. It's not him.
Manslaughter.
hey, if it's not him, we'll just
not
make
him.
him. We'll just
Yeah.
impose his personality onto this guy. Murder puts you in D. Okay. Okay, next we got
That's crazy.
William Gates. Everybody knows
William
your boy Bill. Bill. Bill seemed like a pretty chill guy, right? He was a nerd who became a billionaire making windows, and then he became a philanthropist. However, during his recent divorce, certain things have come to light, such as him being a friend of Epstein. So, how do we feel about that? You can't call this guy a saint. I don't think.
No,
Seems kind of weird.
I mean, he originally, I would have said, Microsoft created Xbox. Xbox created Halo. That's very cool.
Yes.
But
And
that
he's there
was attached to somebody that was on that plane.
If he's attached to Epstein, I think it brings him down a couple notches.
Sorry, no.
But it's
Epstein
allegedly.
brings you down. I say we
It's
put him
all
in
alleged.
allegedly.
Beast Code, middle ground.
Yeah, we can put him in D, I feel like. Yeah. He's given us microchips that we can use for Find My Friend apps.
Well,
I
I've
like
only
that.
got half a microchip. Because I only have
Yeah,
first
I
shot.
got part 1. Yeah, I'm waiting for the
Really?
sequel. The sequel is supposed to be better. It's like 95% better.
He's a little.
Yeah, a little nerdy boy. Okay, so now this guy.
It's a no.
Wait, where would you put Bill then?
I put him lower.
Where do you want to put him? Because he's a nerd.
Because
You wanna kick him?
because the Jeff Epstein stuff.
Right. You know what? Yeah, we're taking that too lightly. Let's put him in C.
Okay, Pizzagate.
Like taking advantage of women is a no on all occasions, especially when you're married. Not including you're married. You're married. You were married.
Yeah, but we don't know that he did sketchy shit. We just know that he hung out with.
But why? But the thing is what?
Why? I'll tell you why. Trying to chase that clout.
I see it as like, why would he be attached to it if he wasn't there? Like those people, they're just not pulling Vin Diesel and saying Vin Diesel was on the plane and Vin Diesel was Jeff. No, he was there. He was doing stuff probably, and it probably isn't good stuff.
Is he evil? Should we put him all the way down?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Jeff Epstein's one of the most richest people in the entire world.
That's why I think Bill would have hung out with him. Not because he's a.
But think of it as like Jeff Epstein's evil though. So like think of it as when the people that you surround yourself with, right, are more likely a reflection of you.
Sure.
Yeah.
So how can you be friends? Like it's like you guys
by
being
that
friends with
metric,
me and I'm going
probably we'd end up with a tier list of just all D's.
Yeah.
He didn't murder anyone, so for that I gotta give him a
Bill Gates' defense.
But we don't know.
He did give a lot to charity.
Yeah,
Almost like he was trying to atone for his sins. If because it's all alleged. If he's guilty, he did give a lot to charity.
Fair enough. Fair enough. He gave to charity, but it's all could be. What does it? Okay, so how do you guys feel about this question?
Okay.
Guy saves a baby but kills the mother.
Right. How do we feel?
How do you feel?
Well,
he murders the mother but saves the baby.
Well, he's not God. He's not responsible for all humans on Earth. So I wouldn't put Bill as I wouldn't pin him as the murderer of millions of disenfranchised people in third world countries.
No, but we were mentioning that he gives to charity. So he's saving people. He's giving to charity. He's doing a kind act. But behind the scenes,
he could be SAing teen girls. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, does that make him a good person because he saved the baby?
Right.
That's why I'm using the baby as a reference.
If it's millions of babies and maybe like, let's put 5 alleged people under his belt that he essayed. Here's the thing: we don't have anything other than he knew Epstein. I think we're stretching with his culpability.
I'm just saying that's why I would go lower because he's associated with Epstein. People like regular people like Cameron Diaz. She's chilling. She's hanging out. She wasn't hanging out with Jeff Epstein.
She's not part of the.
Do you know what I mean? I think of it as.
I think a lot of business millionaires were hanging out with Epstein back then.
but could like not know about his
But-
practices or agree with them.
Yeah.
But then don't say
Well,
anything because you're not allowed to
yeah,
rock the
yeah.
boat.
How could you not know,
Exactly.
though? How could you not know?
If
That's
you
a
don't
good
go to
point.
the island, right? You can take a picture with him in New York. You don't have to go to the island to take a picture with him.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but it's not like they're saying he just took pictures with him. They're saying
What are
he
they saying?
knew him. They're saying he like this is
Yeah.
the start of his divorce basically was the fact that he
What
was
if
friends with.
we start a new, instead of
Just saying.
Pizzagate, we create a new conspiracy called Bill Gate. And it's all about how Bill Gates is the mastermind. He Epstein took the fall
Oh,
for
it
Bill
was
Gates, but
him
Gates is
all
actually
along.
the one. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, let's.
He probably owns an island himself.
Yeah, he probably does. Yeah.
Who
He's got even
knows?
more women on it. Oh no.
All right, on to the next
Okay,
one.
okay. Yeah. Okay. So, first off, who the fuck is this guy? Is he the guy who used to be the mayor of New York, who created that extremely racist like policy, set the
I don't
shakedown
know.
policy, where they like
I don't
sent
know who
cops
that
into
is. He does have an
black
American
neighborhoods?
flag behind him,
I
but
don't know who that
I'm thinking
is.
he's the guy who's trying to run for president, and he was a billionaire, and so he
Who's
just
got
had
the
tons of
names?
money for ads. Bloomberg, Michael Bloomberg.
Oh,
I think that's
okay.
who that
I've
is.
heard of Bloomberg.
Yeah, I think that's who that is. He looks like a Bloomberg, you know.
Oh no, I'm not familiar.
But he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a total racist. Yeah.
Ah, D then.
He's the face of America. Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah, he's like an obvious.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, he was the mayor of New York, and he created a new policy for police to literally harass black neighborhoods, even if they're not doing anything. And he called it like the shakedown thing. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Okay, moving on to an absolute
Ridiculous.
god emperor legend himself. You know, yeah. If God had a face,
the
am I right?
god of pieces of shit.
Yeah, the god of pieces of shit. Should we put him in S for that or D? I mean,
D.
yeah, all
D
right,
for
all right.
Donald.
S for like top tier shit, you know. Also, he's not a billionaire. I'm
No,
pretty
he's
sure
not.
his stock is low. Like he's a millionaire.
He's been bankrupt like 4 times.
Yeah, he doesn't belong in this list. So
Is that
Yeah.
a billionaire?
he's,
Wow.
he's poor. He's a poor piece
No,
of
it
shit.
was all a lie.
Yeah.
All a lie.
So literally, he doesn't even deserve to be on this
It's
list.
like Kylie Jenner. Is she on this list? Oh no, that's a lie too.
Wait,
Mhm.
why is Kylie Jenner not on this list? She should
Because
be.
she's not a real billionaire.
Oh,
They
is it
faked
just
all
a
that
lie?
shit.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Apparently. Apparently, like when it like all comes down to it, like after taxes and all that, she doesn't make $1 billion.
Oops.
Yeah,
under
and
the
also
bar.
she
Only
wasn't
900 million. What a
self-made.
loser.
Yeah, and she
You
wasn't
have to be
self-made.
self-made to make the Forbes list, and she wasn't self-made because
Obviously,
she'd
her
like
family.
inherited the money and been given loans and like, I
And
don't know,
other
something
people
like that.
probably managed all of the businesses that she just came up with, quote unquote. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so moving on, we got our little 14-year-old son here, little Billy wants to go to the moon. He's he's annoying, but I don't think he's actually done anything terrible except for reg against COVID. I think that was the ultimate shit move of him, but I don't think he's murdered anybody.
Yeah,
Or
it's
a bit of
essayed
a
anybody.
troll.
Right.
He's a troll, yeah. So what do
I
trolls
would
get?
say he's
Where do
like
they
a
live?
B.
He's a B? Yeah, he's a basic billionaire.
He's
Oh my
just
god, he's so
basic.
basic.
Yeah, he is. He is.
He's
He
so
just
I mean,
makes, like,
basic.
basic
cars.
people
He says,
idolize him.
Yeah. Oh damn. There we go. That's how
Right?
you make fans.
Wow.
Yo,
Basic
hey.
people.
Any press is good
Sound off
press.
below. Sound off below, guys.
If we
Yeah.
just pissed you off, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tell
make
me-
a
tell-
hate.
Tell me
reaction
below,
video.
Elon Musk fans, how this guy actually even created the company, because he didn't. He just bought the company.
Yeah, he
it was
literally
already
didn't-
established. He
Yeah.
didn't create a single Tesla.
Yeah.
He just
exactly.
shows up to the conferences and puts his
Says
face
yes
on
or
it
no.
all. He doesn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Wow.
All his doesn't his
Eden's
money
coming
come
hard.
from like illegal mines in Africa or something?
No.
He's-
He started with
Aiden's coming
stocks,
hard.
and then he had the option to like just fuck off and like be a rich retired person. But then he put it all into the businesses. So he at least did perform a risky maneuver by investing in Tesla, and I don't know if it was SpaceX at the time or some kind of energy company that like his house energy. I don't know which company that is, but he did pull a big boy risky move, and now he's just been banking off of it.
So was
And now
Tesla
he's richer
was
than
Tesla
ever.
big before him? That's what I don't get. Like,
No,
'cause
it wasn't.
I don't
It was
remember
just the
hearing of
idea.
Teslas.
He just put the money into it that basically made it what it is. So that was all him. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But Aiden just said that Tesla, he Well,
He didn't
okay.
create
I
it,
don't know.
but
I feel like you
he-
kind of downgraded him there a little bit, Aiden.
I am
popular.
definitely. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's
But
got.
I don't know.
Hang
don't
on.
know.
Let me just Google. I'm sure there's some link to him and
Because
some
I
minds.
really
Once.
know
He's the
nothing about
co-founder,
him.
but he didn't create the idea.
Like I have
Yeah.
nothing about him. All I know is
He
he
knows
owns Tesla
cars,
and makes Tesla.
but he doesn't design the cars himself because he's not, he's big-brained in other ways. Listen, everybody's different. We all know this. We learned
But I
this
never
from
thought
Steve
he did
Jobs.
design the cars. Does everybody thinks he? I guess people assume he designs the cars.
I think
Here we go.
people
Here we
assume
go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay,
Here we go.
okay, that's fair enough.
In 2018, this is straight from Google, hot off the press. In
Nice.
2018, Elon Musk and his family were linked to apartheid in South Africa. Very bad.
Uh-oh.
That's very bad. The apartheid
Uh-oh.
was very bad.
Uh-oh.
After Business Insider published articles stating that the Tesla CEO's father owned half a share of an emerald mine in Zambia, i.e., Daddy's money probably
God,
paid for his acquisition of Tesla.
Yo, sins of the father. Yeah, straight up.
Right.
Damn, blood money.
Anyway, moving
He has
on.
blood money. He did. Yeah, he
Receipts.
wasn't the perpetrator of the blood money, but he accepted it and used it.
Yep,
Receipts.
he's
Uh-oh.
There's
Daddy's
always
money.
blood money. There's always blood money.
That's
Well,
what.
that's kinda how
that's how
Trump-
billionaires get there.
Trump
Yeah,
got
straight
into
up.
power because he used Daddy's money to get that.
Daddy's KKK money. Yeah.
Yep.
Real estate in New York. Yeah. Okay, so
Sure,
now.
that I know. That I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That being
that one I
said,
think Yeah.
that being said,
Even the Trump fans know that, and they
cars
love it.
Yeah, they know.
Tesla cars are cool though, so you can
Yeah,
stay
Tesla
free.
cars are cool. I definitely want one if I would ever get the plane.
And they're green.
Mhm,
Yeah.
They're green. Yeah, I do want a Tesla, but
Yeah.
it's not like what else.
Is
They're a
the
lot
trip
better.
to Mars thing he's doing a waste of time and resources? Absolutely.
But I'm about it. Hey, wait,
But,
let's
Don't know
go.
that,
Let's
is
go
he?
to space.
I want to go
Yeah,
to space.
I don't know.
What's wrong with
Speaking of
that?
space, ultimate segue. We got our boy living on Lon Lon Ranch or whatever in The Legend of Zelda. We got George Lucas hanging out on the ranch.
Hey!
Ding,
S
ding,
tier.
ding.
S for Star Wars.
Yeah, so George Lucas, as everybody knows, is the famous creator of
He's a
the
billionaire.
short film from the 1960s called XR 1800 or something. Oh yeah, and then after that he made Star Wars. But yeah, this guy, I mean, he was. I wouldn't say he was like super innovative. He took the ideas of 2001: A Space Odyssey and then commercialized it. So that's how he's innovative. He was able to take these amazing cinematic effects of things flying in space and explosions and then created this sci-fi opera, as people call Star Wars. So props to him. And then also he did help the CGI world, even though he shoehorned it into the prequels and the remakes of the original trilogy. That was bad, but he did help, like with Toy Story, and just help move that along. So I guess that was also good of him. And now
he's helped like, you know, even change what we know as being a blockbuster. I know that was like Spielberg was the first person to do blockbuster movies, but I think Star Wars helped science fiction
What does
become
that
like
mean
a
exactly?
big. You know, like the big action summer movies we know now.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yep. Hi, Joe.
No, something's happened. I can't hear you guys.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Don't you love technology?
Oh no.
Oh no, what do we do?
What happened?
Aiden, I can see your mouth moving, but I don't.
Oh no! I'm gonna keep
hear
moving my
anything.
mouth so it knows I'm talking.
Maybe I can write. I can do sign
Okay,
language.
let me.
I'll do sign language.
Oh,
Hello.
there we go.
Can you hear
Can
us?
you hear us?
Apparently I was connected to Beats, but now it went away.
Oh,
so
you're
I can hear you
connected.
guys.
Oh, he can hear us.
Oh, you're like
There we
your
go.
Bluetooth
Okay.
was on?
Okay. All right, we're back. Yeah, that's funny. My
Hello,
girlfriend
take
turned
it
on
first.
the Beats headphones, and they automatically connected.
He's back.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because Aiden was talking.
There we go.
Beats.
Oh,
Your
that's
camera's
interesting.
really clear too right now.
Oh, well, thank you.
Must be
Ooh,
the light. The lighting's just shining on you.
Yeah. I tilted it, and I think
That golden hour light.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's got the golden hour light. He's ready for
right before the
selfies.
twilight. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Anyway, sorry about the technical difficulties, but we have returned. Yeah, so talking about George. Hey, George
I
is
still
George.
don't know this guy, but you guys
He's
are all
the
in the
director of
movies.
Star
Oh yeah.
Wars.
So what I was saying, Darren, is that the
I still
Star
get a
Wars
blockbuster
movies,
thing.
in the late 70s, early 80s, helped establish the science fiction actions blockbusters that we all know and love now. Right? These big tentpole movies with effects and big cast members, right? That come out once every 2 years in the summer. You know, Star Wars helped set that up. And he was also smart because he only directed the first A New Hope originally, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I did okay with it, but let's get a better director to do Empire Strikes Back, and then a better director to do the next one, you know." And I think that kind of worked in his favor. But then he came back for the prequels, and he's like, "I'm directing all of these and controlling every single element," and that might have been a slight mistake, but
he got bossy.
I think,
yeah,
a little
got
bit.
boss baby.
But yeah, I mean, he created this $1 billion franchise, though, so.
$1 billion?
Gotta give him credit for that.
Realize. I mean, okay, I guess it's $1 billion if like, okay, that makes sense because like Harry Potter came out like not like Star Wars has been around forever, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, and Joe, how much did Disney pay for it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing as well. That was his smartest move. So instead of getting paid for the prequels, or he might have got paid a little bit, but instead of getting paid the full amount as a director, he says, "Oh, I'll just take a percentage of the toy sales instead."
Yeah.
That's how he's a billionaire.
Yeah. And also he sold the franchise to Disney and made
then he
billions
sold
off
it
of
to
that.
Disney. Yeah.
For billions and billions of dollars.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like,
so remember that weird beard that just continues.
That's
like
crazy.
He's got the turkey going
That's
on.
like Michael Jackson buying the Beatles. That's crazy.
Wait, what? Did that happen?
Yeah.
Well, he buys their music. Right? He has their music. He owns the music, doesn't he?
True.
I think so, yeah.
Michael Jackson owns I think
maybe not currently. I think his estate owns it currently.
Yeah.
Or do you think? Or is he still alive?
He's not alive.
Oh, well, do we know, or is he hanging out with Elvis on an island?
Allegedly, he's dead.
Allegedly, in Minecraft.
Yeah. That's how they get the money. You gotta buy stuff and invest in the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But so, what do we feel about this guy? I mean, where are we gonna put him?
I can't see the screen anymore.
Screen right now, Joe.
Yeah.
No. Wait, you can't.
It's okay,
no. All right, let me just start sharing.
It's okay.
Baba booey.
Baba booey.
Baba booey. Baba booey. Baba booey. You guys remember that from
how do you feel about Frenemies being over, by the way? It's done.
Yo, we didn't talk about that. Oh boy, Frenemies is officially over, and it ended because of money.
You mean
because of 5%?
5%.
I don't get it. I'm still really confused about what's going on.
Okay, I can tell you exactly what happened because I've thought long and hard about this.
Okay,
there wasn't a blow up. The first 2 times that they had huge conflicts, they were blow ups, but it was about like conflict of personality, stuff like that. Their relationship was kind of blowing up. This time, there was nothing wrong with their relationship. Everything seemed fine, but she wanted more money, and she didn't understand how the business worked of Frenemies, because Ethan just took care of everything. So granted, Ethan was being a little sneaky dodgy, being like, I'm going to produce it all, and then I get that 5%, right? But still, that is still an amazing deal for the other person to do nothing, just show up. It's like, that's amazing. 45% just to show up. Meanwhile, 55% has to create the content and the ideas that they're going to talk about every podcast, and like all the special stuff they do, the vlogs, like all that stuff, right? And just all the personnel and the voice clips and everything. So because they create like dockets every single time they do an episode, right? It's like super detailed, and so a lot of man hours and powers go into that, and but she doesn't see any of that. So what you don't know, you don't know. So she just thought they were having a fun time every time, right? And she wanted more. She wanted that. I don't know if she wanted the 5%. She wanted the 2.5%, and said that she wanted to like fire like everybody who worked behind the scenes and replace them with like her people, just people they both choose. And so Ethan was like, "No, you're acting like a child right now. Like this is a business that has been established, and you're just wanting to disrupt it all, and you don't know anything about it." It's like they could have like talked about it, but I feel like Ethan was just kind of sick of her methods of existing in the world, and so the 5% was the thing that threw it over, because it was about money, and so he probably just felt like she didn't deserve anymore.
That sucks.
Because it's like that
Yeah.
5%.
I see Trisha's. I don't know. Like I still somehow see Trisha's point. I don't know why. It's weird to me, but I don't know. I don't know. It's weird to me because I just feel like
Here's the
why?
point I understand about her is that she makes 0% of the highlights, which arguably is where most of the ad revenue comes from. The
Yeah, like I
highlights.
don't get. This
She
is
makes 45% of the Frenemies.
yeah, and the part I don't get is that it's their both show. Like it's the both of their show. So why is it not being split equally? That's what I don't get.
Because
Yeah.
I guess she doesn't do the business side of things. He does all the business side.
But it's not.
They could have had a conversation. They should have
Yeah,
had a
like it's
conversation.
fair
It
enough
should have been
for
amicable.
it's fair
Yeah.
enough for it to be 45 or whatever when it's starting out, but we're on like episode like 30 something where it's like the show is making millions of views per show. So it's like at this point, money really is an issue for either of them when they're flaunting Bentleys in our face. Why can we
Yeah,
not?
seriously.
Why can we not just have something that's for them refreshed?
Yeah, but
That's what I don't
that's
get.
kind of like, why is she mad about 5% when she's spending 40 grand on a wedding dress?
Right. And that's probably
Right?
what
It's
Ethan
like
thought too.
that's a drop in
I'm-
the ocean to her.
Yeah.
Why is she?
But you have to
You know,
think of it as it's in reality of
Like, I think they're both in the wrong.
yeah, she's out of touch with reality, one, right? Because if you're like think of it as if you're spending $40,000 on a wedding dress, that the money has to keep coming in, right? So when you're seeing, for instance,
Like the Nick Cage syndrome.
yeah, when you're
And
seeing
money,
that
you gotta be making money.
they're
Yeah.
making money too, and he's buying Bentleys and things like that, and maybe it's someone you look up to because it seems like Trisha looks up to them because she wants to kind of follow in their footsteps with like the Teddy Fresh and all these things because that's like an issue that they're bringing up, right?
Yeah.
So if anything, I see it as like her podcast didn't work out. She
Yes.
comes on this show. They were like bashing her when she was on the. Then when she was first on the show, they were bashing her. Ethan was bashing her, right? So now that they have this show together, I can see it as okay. This is my production. You want to hop on? Cool. The Dr. Drew stuff came about, and it's like now she's in a different light. It's a different show now. Now
Yeah.
it's like we should have the conversation of having our own production. And I would only say this because, and if anybody wants to come for me, but I think that, like I think when I watch H3, I think the cast personally could do a lot better, like a lot better.
Right.
Where I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I only see what I see in the 2 hours that I watch.
Yeah, and Darren, you and I have talked about it, how
It's
they've
not
definitely been
much.
slipping. I feel like
Yes.
they had more energy 2-3 years ago.
Every time I find that, like when I'm watching the Frenemies, when Trisha's on, I find that her ideas mixed with Ethan's ideas are great. That's when it's fun. When they're eating things and those are all both of their ideas combined when they're dressed up and they're fun. And it's like the cast isn't even really doing anything. There isn't any sound. There isn't any.
Yeah,
It's
sound
just
guy's gone.
in the background. So I'm just thinking, are they really that necessary? And then they moved production. So it's like, but why not maybe move something where everybody could be equal, where there's more females incorporated and there's a new there's new energy in there. Like it's just to me, it just seemed like it was kind of dying.
Well, yeah, I feel like what Ethan, because Ethan was the one who ended it, right? Trisha was the one upset, but Ethan was the one who kiboshed everything. Because obviously he has 55%, so he's more power than her. And he was like, it's over. And she even like wanted to start it again. Like on Twitter, someone said like, oh, is Frenemies dead for sure? Or are you guys going to come back? Are you coming back on Trisha? And Trisha said, yeah, next Tuesday. And then Ethan replied on Twitter saying, just so everyone's clear, this is 100% not happening. Like he shut her down and like was.
But he has
calling her
100% say.
It's so sad. I mean, I feel like they should have, once they got to a point where they had the millions of followers, just created a new production. It shouldn't have been a thing where they're fighting about the 5%. They should say, now that we've gotten bigger, let's separate Frenemies from the H3 podcast completely and make it its own entire podcast channel. And then have a new cast for it and stuff.
And then what would be wrong with that?
Yeah, but both of them went about it the wrong way. She got upset at the 5% and said she wanted to fire everyone. What she should have said is, now that we're big, I want to renegotiate and turn it into its own channel potentially. Which means
that we
but
both
she did it. She just got angry, and then Ethan didn't listen to her and didn't try to fix it. he almost wanted it to die. It seemed like he wasn't
Yeah.
even gonna begin to negotiate.
Definitely.
He literally
he feeds off the drama, because when we were watching that episode, D, and it got to the end of that episode where it got really heated and awkward for like 10 minutes right at the end.
Yeah.
That was quick.
And Trisha kept saying, can we cut the cameras? Can we leave? And Ethan kept saying, we'll just get up and walk away then. And she's like, no, can we just cut the cameras?
Yeah.
And they left it rolling. And then, so not only did Dan decide to not cut the cameras, they kept the cameras rolling. Before they uploaded it to YouTube, they also decided to leave that in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Ethan knew that he was going to get the drama out of that.
Exactly. So it's like they could have cut that early.
They could have. But then Trisha went and made at least 2 videos a day for a week over the same, going over the same thing over and over, reacting to it, going over it. She did say a few times, "Oh, I hate that. I want to undo the last 24 hours. I wish it never happened." But then her next video uploaded would be, "I hate Ethan. I hate everyone there. I'm going to expose everything." And it's like, you're not making it any better for yourself, Trisha. You're making it worse. So no one's going to take you back now. No one's going to want to work with you ever again because they're worried that you're just going to go off the rails at any second. It was messy.
It really seemed like that shouldn't have been the thing that broke the camel's back, but
it didn't seem like
definitely not.
And I think it's just like I think it seemed like it's. I think it's not really fair, especially as a male. Like, she's a female. I think it could have used a little bit of like a refreshment of like, instead of Dan and those guys in the background, it would have been nice to see a new cast in the background that included females and other people, maybe somebody that was trans, maybe somebody that had issues like, that went through issues like mentally and then now is good and went to therapy, people that with experience of things where there's more being brought to have maybe more of maybe have more of Trisha's back, but it's more of like, that was kind of the issue that was kind of always happening, is Moses always takes her side. It's like she doesn't have anybody on her side ever, because the whole cast is everybody's for Ethan. And that's where I can kind of understand where it's like, at certain points, she doesn't really have any say, where you'd want it to be something that's maybe separate from those people.
Yeah.
Not fire them all. It's just more of, let them work on H3 podcast, let them work on After Dark, and then when we do our Frenemies, boom.
Yeah. Because before Frenemies began, that Monday night slot or Tuesday, whatever day it's on, was vacant, right? Ethan's crew were not working on that slot. So Ethan obviously must have originally took the idea. It's going, oh, Trisha, let's do our own podcast. We'll put it on Monday nights, and I'll just use all my crew for it
for that day. And
you can use all my cameras that cost $2,000 each. You can use this set that's already built in my house. That's really probably spent a fortune on all that equipment and set. You can use all that. You can use all my people. You can use Dan. He's got all his technology and computers and stuff for an extra 5%. 5% is tiny. It's such a tiny amount. But they shouldn't have done that. They should have. But that was probably just so that Ethan could have a little bit more control. So I think he's a bit controlling.
And I guess also,
he's totally.
They thought it wouldn't have surpassed like the second episode or the third episode. So
exactly.
So with that idea of volatility, I understand how they began. Yeah. But once they did, like you're saying, the Dr. Drew episode. Like, once they did that, they should have known that it's serious, and they know that she's going to be in his life forever because she's going to be marrying Moses.
Exactly.
Because you know that that's happening. You should.
So if that was the case,
let her have something. Just let her have something.
Begin the process of making it something. So do you think
the reason that no one ever said, hey, you guys, like, one of the more zoned in members of the crew, like Ela or Dan, who's a bit more kind of focused, could have said, oh, guys, should we have a second channel devoted to this? We've got a separate merch line, separate channel.
Then they're not getting paid.
Well, no, you still generate money from a separate thing. But do you think Ethan thought, oh, but then that's going to take the audience away from the H3 YouTube channel?
Yeah, then they're
not
getting
the second
paid.
Channel because he knew that his channel was failing.
The channel wasn't necessarily like, this is the thing. I was watching the channel before Frenemies, and it wasn't dying. Essentially, it was like getting nasty. He was like going after YouTubers. He was like being rude and condescending to like younger people that are getting famous, where it's like, you look bad now. Because even too, they were talking about that on Dr. Drew, where it's like, you're that person, Ethan.
Yeah.
The fact that when he met Trisha, it changed him a bit, where it was like now he's a little bit more mature. He can see things in a different light, and they try to fill they try to fill this slot with, like, I think how I ended up watching H3 again was because they filled the slot with, I think it's like a judge something. They were like doing a judge thing.
Content court. Yeah.
Content
Yeah.
court. So I was watching content court and I saw one. It was so funny and I was like, oh, I forgot about H3. That's how I ended up seeing it, and that wasn't on their normal schedule. That was something that they were trying to throw in because the channel's kind of dying.
Yeah. And also, if you think about H3,
it was dying.
The channel itself, when it had began, was that. It was, looking at other people's content and judging it based on how wacky it is and just kind of making fun of it. That's the heart of where his comedy came from, is being a commentary channel talking about other people's wacky content. And I still to this day am like waiting for the podcast thing to slow down or end and him just go back to making YouTube videos where he's doing skits and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I understand he's making way more money now, but like, he should just take that money and instead of being rich and buying a mansion, just live a normal life, have a moderate sized house, and then just focus on, doing whatever makes you happy. Because clearly he's set this situation up where he's constantly working. No one's happy who's constantly working. You're hustling because you're trying to have a better income. But he has it. He has succeeded at that portion. Now he should slow down and just enjoy his life.
And I think he really made a mistake by not proceeding with the Trisha thing, because Trisha, I think, is like,
he tried to kill
like
it.
you tried to kill that because you knew, like, I think, for instance, get this, even though Trisha may not be getting the views and all these things right now, they're getting the views because of Frenemies. Like, they wouldn't be getting those views if they didn't have Frenemies prior. And I'm not saying that they didn't get those views ever. They were getting views like way back, like 5-10 years. They were getting views. They were getting lots of views. But it wasn't H3 material views. It was like them making YouTube videos and like doing fun and kooky stuff. Yeah, like the fact that everything changed so much from just having Trisha on board, I think that is where you need to kind of adapt. And the fact that you didn't adapt to that, and we're trying to just make it seem like, oh, she's crazy. We already know she's crazy. She is what she is. She hasn't changed from.
That's never changed.
Like,
it's
never changed.
You guys have handled her being mean to you before. Why is this different?
Right.
I think it's because Ethan just wanted it to die.
He wants to be like at the top no matter what, and I think that's not cool for, like, especially someone that's part of your family, and everybody should win in a way, and that. Solution, not everybody's winning, and I feel like, but why wouldn't you want everyone to win? If she wants an extra 5%, then give her 5% because it's only 5%. That's the way I see it. It's like, we're family. Why would you not give me the 5%? We're family. Why are you giving the 5% to just to whoever? Why can we not create something together?
Like, Ethan's argument was, oh, well, that 5% pays for the crew. I'm like,
what crew?
Well, why are you only paying your crew 5%? That seems so little. Like, if you're a millionaire, but you're only paying Dan 5%.
Yeah, I feel bad for Dan. I mean, come on,
right? Dan's operating the Switch. He's keeping the cameras rolling. He's researching.
Yeah, he's the one who sets everything up.
Remember, 5%
he's trying to keep them in check
at all income. 5% of consistent income. Remember, they're hitting millions of views every Tuesday. Hitting millions of views.
Oh yeah, sure, but I'm sure it's broken down into some sort of hourly or salary rate, though. That's the only thing.
Where I'm sure they're making good money, right? They're making good money. Where I know it may sound like, oh, it's only 5%, but I'm sure they're making more than the average person that works at a radio station, probably, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they're probably making good money, but enough where if they didn't do that podcast, it wouldn't affect anything. That's what I'm trying to. If
they just stopped working on Frenemies and they did get a new crew, that crew would still be good because they're working on Off the Road.
They have those other things, like
After Dark.
What happened to Content Core? What happened to there was another one where they like had a joke thing. They had jokes where they tried to make people laugh for like they had one episode of that. It's like this cast, to me, the cast does nothing. The cast does absolutely nothing. They don't do anything. So it's
they do all the behind the scenes stuff, so you don't see it, but they're the ones who set up the YouTube Live. They're the ones who switch the cameras constantly whenever whoever's talking. They're the ones who are sending links, and they create dockets the day before. of links for Ethan to constantly use when they go on YouTube videos, and it's timed and stuff. So I wouldn't say they do nothing, but I feel like they could do more. Like they should still be doing the content court. It takes a lot of research, and if they're doing it every week, that would then put them at a place where they're probably doing a full week's worth of work.
Okay, but the
and
way
they started
I see
vlogging again too.
I see it the way it's like it's not like they're like, for instance, get this. We've all seen 20 billion podcasts, but what podcast do you know where you know the names of behind the crew?
Right.
Who cares? Why do I care? I don't care about behind the crew. I care about what's in front of the camera. The fact it's just they're especially they're all just like, to me, they're all like kind of like, they all live in California. They're all kind of like
pretty LA basic.
Yeah. They're all they all want to be in the spotlight and pretend like they're
yeah. Hey, that's a good point. Is a good point.
It's not
right?
what it seems.
LA lifestyle. Yeah.
They all want that
money. The Wednesday one, is that the Off the Rails one? That's just like terrible because it's just Ethan on his own, just
talking to the guys.
I think it's just not a good podcast. That one they should change and have Ethan and the rest of the guys all in front of the camera.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Right, and it can just be a guys podcast, and they all kind of just sit around a big table.
Yeah.
Right? Because when it's just him on his own, like, I know it's called Off the Rails for a reason, but he is
always with them. He's not actually alone. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also just not good because because the thing with Ethan's podcast, I know that they call Dan the producer, but they need like a real producer, like someone who can like
out and gets people like
but who can whip Ethan when he's going off on a tangent, or when he keeps pausing a video that is reacting to it. Only a 5-minute video, but it drags it out for an hour. They need a producer backstage behind the camera saying, Ethan, move on. Like, you've gone too long for this topic.
Yeah, you need that guy. Like, you need the person with like the headset on and the mic just going like this.
Yeah, or like, Ethan, you've talked about James Charles for too long this episode. Move on. Or like, like you've dragged out David Dobrik for 4 months. Move on. Like, they need someone who can do that.
Getting less than 5% for that, to me. Like, I don't. Yeah. I'm not trying to say that they don't work hard or whatever, but it's just when people are working behind the scenes, you know when it pays off in front of the scenes. Because you could just tell. I've seen many podcasts where you're watching the people in front and you're like, why is this so set up so weird? Why are things sitting in front of this? Why is the camera half here? Why are they not switching? Then you'll watch another podcast and it's like, oh, wow, this is a nice setup. I love the camera angles. Cool. Because it's like clearly their production and everything is on point. Clearly they're probably getting paid well. Everybody seems happy. Everybody's having a great time.
They're making 10%.
Tenfolds. Yeah, that goes tenfolds.
Yeah.
To me, I think right now there's a hype around H3, but eventually it'll die off because those guys in the background are not doing what they need to be doing.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that's an easy prediction with Frenemies gone, is that H3 podcast will drop its rating. Because what is it right now, in the top 10 or something of podcasts? It's going to probably go down.
Yeah, like I mean, I only got into watching it because of Frenemies. I didn't watch them before. I didn't even know who they were.
Frenemies is dope. I watched them before, but Frenemies was gold.
Yeah,
it's gold.
So it's sad, but he did this to himself. You know.
Yeah.
So we.
But
can't
also,
we
never know. In 4 months' time,
they might get back together.
Because she is family after all.
Yeah, exactly. He can't avoid her.
I'm sure Moses and Ela are pushing for like some sort of forgiveness to happen. Who knows?
It would be a good move on both their parts, and then just to restart it with a new cast. And I really think the cast could use some like female energy.
Story. What if that was their plan all along? Because it did seem weird how they blew it up.
Really good.
Conspiracy.
It just happened to happen on the day that Trisha was launching her new merch as well. That was a coincidence.
Right, yeah, straight up.
Or the day after.
Yeah. That's an idea. Dang, we might be onto something. It's a conspiracy. It was all intentional. Because they're obsessed with drama, right? That's what gets views, and they know that.
Ethan loves drama.
So, what if they intentionally did that?
Ethan loves drama. Ethan loves drama more than Trisha.
Wait, okay. So, I want to talk about this super quick before we get back to the tier list, because I want to finish it before the episode ends. But have you guys noticed how Philly D and Ethan are talking to each other again now? And they didn't for years?
Oh,
there was someone who did a thing about that.
Right.
Apparently, Philip DeFranco hates Trisha, And so he, as soon as Frenemies started, he stopped talking to Ethan, and then he actually sent a text to Ethan like one night when he was drunk, saying like, "Fuck you, Ethan! Like, never talk to me again. Like, our relationship is over."
Wow.
And then Ethan like was about to talk to him on a podcast, saying, "I got a really nasty text. I don't know if I should talk about it." And then everybody was like, "No, like you're not. Some things you don't share on the podcast." And so he literally didn't say. But then on Frenemies, he brought it up again, saying, "I got a text from a guy, but we're not going to talk about it." And then Trisha like slipped, kind of saying like, "Oh, Phil," and like didn't say it, but like we're like, okay, we know who it is, because then she started going off saying, "That person, I used to make fun of me because I'm fat, and I made fun of him because he was fat too, and like he's just a douchebag and all this stuff." And then slowly Phil D started like reincorporating the H3 podcast into like his news stories whenever like drama would happen, like with David Dobrik was like the first thing that he started covering again after like so much time has passed. And then as soon as Frenemies ended, Philly D has done nothing but talk about that, and now they're like tweeting back and forth to each other and like being friendly and stuff. And it's like, what the hell's going on here? This is interesting.
So Phil DeFranco has used their breakup and their drama
as a way to become friends with Ethan again.
Yeah, but also he's making money off it, though,
content.
Right?
Of course. Yeah.
Honestly, I used to watch.
It's crazy.
I used to watch SourceFed back in the day. Remember his company SourceFed?
I don't know.
No.
So he had his Philip DeFranco show.
Yeah.
Where he would do his news and internet drama kind of stuff, internet news.
Yeah.
But then he had a side company called SourceFed, and they did like actual news, like world news, but they would deliver it in a kind of more fun, comical YouTube way to kind of make it digestible for us millennials. And then they had a spin-off. They had SourceFed Nerd, where it was nerd-based news.
True, I didn't know he had this expansive library.
Yeah. And this was probably like 2010s sort of era YouTube.
Right.
But he sold the company to, the big cheese, Discovery. I think it was Discovery. They sold it to Discovery. And it lasted for a little bit with Discovery, and then Discovery decided to pull the plug as soon as the numbers got too low. Which seems to always happen with these YouTube companies. It's you sell out to a big cheese, thinking, "Oh, this is great, this is a great opportunity," but the big cheese, they just look at numbers all day. So as soon as your numbers slip a little bit, you're dead. So SourceFed ended, but Philip DeFranco kept his own Philip DeFranco show going. Which I always thought was a bit odd, because I'm like, oh, but all those people that he hired for SourceFed, there's a lot of good personalities. They were all gone. Yeah, and had
rehire them.
Just gone.
Some stuff and their own
enjoy Discovery, and then they drop them.
But he kept
fed them to the Gators. Oh my god.
Yeah. So I've never really watched it.
Oh man.
Because I liked SourceFed. It had a lot of good YouTubers through from that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, dang.
But so I never really watched him.
There we go. Yeah. Ethan's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna sell all his employees to Discovery, and then they'll get fired. And he can wash his hands clean. He had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't be friends with your employees. I'm sorry, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, that's true.
Just watch. I'm saying it now, guys. I'm calling it now. Watch. That 5% will turn into something later on, where it's like they're not getting paid enough now, or they do more than they are getting paid. And
that's the next drama. Dan leaving's the next drama.
Yep, we'll see.
Oh yeah, if any of those, Zach or any of them, decided to one day they can just hit up Reddit and put write up an expose day or something
straight up.
Just waiting. I think what they're waiting for is they're waiting for their following to get at a certain point, and then they can just dip. That's it. Mm-hmm. And they just do their own thing. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're going to do.
They've mentioned on the pod before. They're like, "Oh, and my Insta's this." Like they've plugged themselves for social media. So
yeah, because I think AB does Twitch or something on the side. They've mentioned that before. They've teased him about that before.
Yeah,
because they're getting paid.
Talked about it. It's a goblin.
Twitch or something like that. How much do you make on Twitch? And he was like, "Oh, I don't want to say anything."
There should be no cast behind. You should be not seeing the cast. I'm sorry. Why are these people being shown?
Or if they
are, any other cast anywhere.
Then they should have a podcast where it's the cast in front of the camera, right?
Yeah,
stop trying to shout from back camera all the time. Hey, this is
be silent with the Ethan, and then have the crew intentionally in front of the camera. Yeah.
We'll see though. We'll see.
Straight up. Yeah. Okay. So now, you guys down to speed round the tier list?
Yeah,
because I'm ready to jump back into it. We took so long going over the
not got to Big Jeff
H3 drama, but like it was worth it. There was a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's speed round. I think this is the CEO of Twitter. He kind of looks like a villain. He looks like the Green Goblin.
He looks
but I think he's a good guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter's never been problematic. The problematic people on Twitter, but I don't think Twitter itself hasn't really changed.
Yeah, I don't think he's murdered anyone.
Yeah, okay, cool.
We got some dude who looks like he's wearing a bow tie, but it's just a red collar. I don't know what is he like a butler? What's going on with this guy? Do we want to put him in C or S?
I know, but what if he's an evil person, Joe, and we've put him in S?
Honestly, I think he is because we don't know who he is. I think everyone we don't know is evil. Yeah, that's not a safe bet. Okay, Bezos, he's evil as fuck, bro. He's basically like China. He's just endorses slave labor.
Yeah, he's basically like he is the villain. He is the Lex Luthor like comic book villain.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about Elon Musk as like the main bad guy. This guy is Lex Luthor to a T. Yeah.
That's the queen, like, and we're all just his little worker ants.
Yeah. Even us who don't work for him, he like we work for him by speaking and stuff near technology that he secretly has listening in,
or by signing up to Amazon Prime so that we get those deliveries within a day because it's just too good to pass up.
I haven't done it yet, but eventually I probably will give in. Yeah. Okay, so now what are we doing? We're double dipping. What is this picture? This looks like a Ford magazine.
Who are these two?
Shot.
Are these the two old men from the Muppets?
Yes, that's them personified. Yeah, straight up.
Is it actually?
Constantly watching theater.
Oh.
No, I don't know. But yeah, there they go in the mystery pile. They're either British or American. That's all I know about billionaires. Yeah.
Oh, both. Maybe they're both.
So is this true? Is Michael Jordan a billionaire?
Yeah.
I mean, good for him.
Probably. With all the
he gets an S because he actually deserved it. He literally actually worked.
He's been a billionaire for so long, guys. He has Jordan shoes.
That's true.
It's the shoes.
Right.
And
it's the shoes.
And Space
Jam.
Shoes. Space Jam,
guys.
Space Jam, but it's Jordan shoes or like billions.
It's time to billions. And nice. Well, very good, very good. Okay, we got another. I have no idea.
No idea. Honestly, I don't think I know any of these others.
I don't know anybody in the
This looks like Tim Curry. So Tim Curry, but I don't think it's Tim Curry.
It's not, but if it was, he'd be S tier. If it was Tim Curry, be S.
This guy who's trying to look cool in the brown jacket, I think
he looks like James Cameron, but is not.
I think he developed a Falcon or like some kind of space program.
James Cameron, oh my
god. But he can go fuck himself.
That's not James Cameron.
Why not? The easy way to live. I don't know. Okay, we got this guy. We got Salvador Dali, except he's not. So he's got the mustache though. We got another mystery dude. This guy looks like a Bond villain. He looks like
another Shark Tank type guy.
Yes, yeah.
It's Kevin O'Leary. That's his name, Kevin O'Leary.
Oh, he was the allegedly killed someone with a boat.
It wasn't allegedly. He did. They did.
Okay, so
allegedly.
It wasn't allegedly. They did. They ran over somebody and they died.
Oops. I can't say like.
It wasn't allegedly. It happened.
Oh no. Okay, now we got this guy who looks like he's an actual shark.
He's in jail, and then it's official.
Okay.
So this man has no teeth, but that's okay because he uses $1 million bills as teeth to eat.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I know. Is this he looks American.
I don't know. Do they make $1 million bills?
This guy probably does. Yeah.
I think they have $1,000 pesos or something like that.
Okay, this guy looks like he's in the middle of being arrested. So he's not Epstein, but we can imagine he is.
Oh my god, that guy looks like he's getting arrested. Like, why is security taking him the other way?
But he also looks like the royal.
Yes, yeah. So definitely an Epstein fan if he's part of the.
There's no royals on there, which is weird. Unless, I don't know every single royal family member.
So what? I don't know what the fuck is going on with this picture. It's 3 people, and there's a little banner. I think that says sold, or maybe it says how much they make. 500 million.
Did they sell something?
I think the third person's a woman.
Fox team, the Fox News crew.
Fox News, yeah. Well, we don't like Fox News.
And then this guy I think is just old man Jim. He's my neighbor. He just looks like every other old guy.
And that's
Oh,
one of
you
the
know who
benefits.
that is? It's
Who's it?
just Colonel Sanders. That's why he's a
Oh,
billionaire.
He's old,
It's
man. He
Warren
looks different
Buffett.
with the mustache. But
Wow.
there we go.
Well,
See
at least
that?
we
It's
knew
Warren
like
Buffett.
5,
Nope.
6, 7 maybe people.
Yeah. We knew
I knew
1,
a
2,
handful.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We knew 8. So that's like half. I think we
Okay.
did pretty good.
All
Okay,
right,
that's
we knew
good.
8 billionaires.
Knew
Yes.
this much.
All right. Well, nice. How about it?
Close.
Well, hey, there we go. We successfully did what
Hey.
billionaires do to us every day, which is rate our lives on some kind of Santa Claus
Yes.
list.
Angela,
Every day. They're on a
Santa
volcano
Claus.
island, like in the Incredibles, looking at this list,
yeah,
going
with
eliminated,
secret
Oh man.
secure,
Yep.
eliminate, secure, yeah. But we made it. We made it alive.
Yeah,
That was the
guys,
first
that was
day.
a great one.
Yeah.
Like, can you believe it? We're here Monday. Let's go.
Yay,
Who's ready?
baby.
Been a little busy this week, guys, but what can you do? Sometimes
know
life
how-
gets you. What can you
Yeah.
do? Hope everybody had a
Exactly.
good weekend.
Yeah. Really good weekend. Yeah, beautiful
Yeah,
weather.
great weekend.
Um,
Great
so
weekend.
what are you gonna do? Yeah, just
Just take it easy, man.
Oh,
Just enjoy
also
life.
keep in mind, yeah, we're recording this Monday, which is typical of what we do. So if something happens during this week, like there's a tornado that destroys the CN Tower, or there's another Capitol riot building, because I think
Do
they've
we
been
have
talking
lettuce?
about that in the second one. Mum's the word, It's we said we're recording this Monday, so don't blame us.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if there is a natural disaster, we're growing our own salad. So
Yeah, we have a lettuce. We're
There we
fine.
go. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'll
we're
raid
good.
your salad now that I know it exists.
We got lots of salad.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
lots of salad, and
Salad.
we'll have pepper soon.
That's right. Get
Yeah.
that groove slipping.
Hello.
Nice. As always, it's been great.
Yeah, it's been great, guys. Thank you so much for hanging
That was
out with
fun.
us and chilling.
The
Did you
audience,
freeze?
thanks so much for
Oh,
being
there you
here.
go.
Yep, we're here. We're back.
I'm back. I said thank you.
All
I wasn't going.
Thank
As
you,
always,
audience.
you guys suck. It sucks. It's like, no.
right, there we go.
As
All
always,
right,
it's
guys.
been amazing being here. Yeah. And we gotta do more often. I love having you on, Aiden.
It's a pleasure.
I gotta try
thank
to
you.
sneak my girlfriend on one of these days, Just talking about
Yeah.
that. But
Slow and steady. Slow and steady.
slow and steady, yep.
And soon
Secretly,
we'll
I'll
be able
manipulate
to-
her.
we'll get
It'll be like
together.
we focus. Yeah.
Well, you've had her on your YouTube channel now, right? I've been watching those.
Yeah.
tier
I got
lists.
her on. I got her on for like one session. I'm going over.
Wait,
the
I need to.
Also,
I need
Darren,
to
don't
just
kill me.
speak up.
All right.
Okay, Spy Kids.
Oh, Spy Kids, yeah.
What about it?
Was that what you're gonna say? Don't kill me about? Because I'm
No.
coming for you about Spy Kids. How
Oh,
dare
hey,
you put that
yeah.
so low?
Come
How
at me.
dare
Yeah,
you
I'm
put
for
Spy Kids so low on that list?
What a shame.
I guess it
Kids
was
is
Unbelievable,
bomb.
Joe.
Spy Kids is
Spy
bomb.
Kids is S tier.
S tier.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Wow.
It's pretty S
Oh,
tier, yeah. It's pretty
It's
S
okay.
tier.
Robert Rodriguez. It's Antonio
It kind
Banderas.
of weirded me out as a
It's
kid, though. As soon
Machete.
as they got to the island. Yeah.
Like the thumbs?
The thumb things. Yeah, because the CGI
Yeah.
was still kind of weird at that time.
Alan
It wasn't
Cumming and the
perfect.
CGI thumbs. But
And
I mean,
then,
come
and
on.
then the main
Come on.
guy is like a giant head, and he's talking to the boy,
His,
and he
like,
like
hands
takes
are,
off his
like-
wart, and it's like a piece of gum, and you remember that?
Yeah, the gum is
Gum
like electricity.
explosion?
It's
Yeah, and he like
it's like
throws it,
shocks
like
him or something.
explodes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't like that. That was weird.
I
was
love
like,
that.
"Ah."
It's so fun.
That was like body horror for me.
No, it's great. We would never have the
So
famous quote, shit.
Oh
Taki
shit,
mushrooms."
Taki mushrooms.
Which every kid growing up was now
Saying
getting away
that,
with
yeah,
swearing in
that
front of their
was-
parents because they say
Shit.
shit. Taki mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also remember the Cain and Abel quote. We're just like when he's talking to Machete, and he's like, "Hey, like if your dad was, or if our dad was your brother, why don't you guys get along? Your family." He goes, "Cain and Abel were brothers. Look what happened to them." I was like, "Oh shit!" Like it was intimidating. I'm like, "Damn, bro! Like, are you gonna murder your brother?" I gotta watch my back with my brothers now.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I was saying Darren don't kill me because we
Oh my god.
also ranked.
Because
But we ain't getting into it.
Which movie?
Oh, yeah. No, it's okay. I won't kill you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I get to live. It's good to know.
You get to live. No, we
Spy Kids, though. I'm gonna get murdered by Aiden for Spy Kids.
Yeah,
I think you
he's
need
not
to
happy about
I think you need to revisit Spy Kids. I think
I
that's
gotta
what you need to do.
revisit it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's understandable.
Yeah.
I
We
watched
gotta
it again. It's
revisit
sick.
a bunch of stuff. We gotta watch Jennifer's Body. We gotta watch Ratatouille, Wall-E. There was a bunch of stuff where we were like, we have
That's
to.
what we'll
revisit.
do. We can have like a sleepover and watch a movie marathon.
Oh, movie marathon. Yes, I'm about it. I want a real movie marathon that's like at least 5 or 6 movies. Like a
Yeah.
hardcore.
Lots of pizza.
And it's just a Lord of the Rings trilogy special edition.
That
All
yeah,
of them.
the special edition, the regular edition, the Hobbit, and then the extended Hobbit. Like
That's like a week of sleeping
12
over.
Don't
That's
get
like
me started on
yeah,
The
a
Hobbit.
week
I
long.
did you see my 30-minute video about The Hobbit? I mean, I don't say you didn't have to watch it, but
Yeah.
like I did a 30-minute rant about how The Hobbit is just terrible.
I can't believe. Yeah, it's like
It's
The Hobbit
like,
is not. I didn't see them all actually.
I
mean,
wanted to watch
yeah.
a recut where because tons of people have done this where they
Mm.
take all 3 movies and turn it into one movie. And there was one that I was saving for a while. I had the link for it, and then I finally got to it, and the link died
Oh man.
because the person got copyright struck or whatever. I was like,
Probably,
damn it.
yeah.
So one day I will
Um,
watch a short version of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
The short
yeah.
version's gonna be the better version.
That's the better version.
Just
Blue
saying.
Motel
Just
4
saying.
should have made the
The
movies.
book's the shortest version.
Like I can't. It's
Yeah,
just
the book is the
horrible.
shortest,
It's so bad. The first one's horrible. I hated it so much. I'm like, how does it
And
go
that's
from
the best one.
that to this?
Yeah, no. The first movie is the better of the
That's
three.
the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't
Yeah.
seen the other one, so it's like I wouldn't know.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just read the book to find out what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a super letdown from the Lord. It's just like it's like 2 different worlds almost.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
The amount of time and
Yeah.
effort that went into Lord of the Rings versus Hobbit
Yeah,
is
it's
like night and day. Yeah.
Yep.
It's not there
Okay.
visually.
Yeah.
There's no story. Okay, but
Hey.
yeah, guys, sorry, we're going on to our own little kind of
Yeah.
Movie
We're
talk.
just at this point.
movie talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks so much for watching and listening. If you are just listening today, and we appreciate it. Sound off down below if you have anything to disagree or agree with, or add
all
to.
the Elon Musk
I
fans,
guess-
come at us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
bring it
also
on.
the
I'll
H3
take you all
crew,
on.
come at us.
Yeah,
take you all on.
Sound
we're,
off
ready.
down below.
We're ready for fights in every corner, man. We really packed it out today. This is the fighting
Yeah.
episode. Yeah. But nice. So, hey,
Alright, take it
until
easy.
next time, see you guys later.
Plug in, plug
Have a
out.
good one.
Take it easy.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See ya.